but kind of recommend, hey, if you're the average church in the United States right now is less than 60 people coming on a Sunday morning. Right. So not all of the wonderful books about church growth are going to be written for you, right?
That's right.
I remember when I was a youth pastor, I had 10 students in our youth group, and I was reading all of these books on like how to have an engaging student ministry. And when I get to the part where it was like, you want to take your kids and you really want to split your students into groups of, 4 or 5 groups of 10 every week if you can do that. And I was like, if we're splitting into groups of 10, I get in one group. Like we're not doing any of this.
Exactly.
And so I'd spend $20 and I'd get 100 pages into a book and realize that it wasn't for us. But this in particular is one of those areas where if you see somebody, especially when you're in a church that is young and growing, or in my situation where I was kind of in a replant, that you see some excitement when you're there around 60 people, and you see somebody that's got some potential, and man, you really want to invest in them and raise them up, and then 6 months later they're like, nah, this ain't for me.
That's right.
It's hard not to get discouraged. I think that could be an entire episode is talking about how to manage that, because I think that's a very real thing that most of us as pastors have to deal with. Where do you think the area is where you have wasted the most time, or what have you wasted the most time doing as a church planner?